Discovery brought back the modern era of Trek. I remember because my dad called me and was like, Star Trek is back. And I was like, what? I never thought this was coming back. The last thing we had was Enterprise, and that was strange.
At least a little strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then let me wrap this into a quick follow up, then, Zyla, if you don't mind. Then I'll toss it to you. Just because you mentioned it, you said that your pops, rest his soul, who did actually get excited about Star Trek. They say that Trek is hereditary, Tony. Do you owe all?
I didn't know you had a picture.
Oh yeah, we come prepared, Mama. Do you owe all of your Star Trek, I guess, let's say the love you have for it and your introduction to it? Does it rest within your parental loins, or was that a journey that you took on your own?
Yeah, no, it was both of them. It's my dad and my mom, who thankfully is still here. They're both huge Trekkies, so they raised me in it. I had no choice. My mom still calls me with like canon corrections sometimes, and I'm like, I didn't write Strange New World season 3. I don't know what to tell you, lady. But yeah, they raised me in that. And my dad especially loved Discovery. He liked Lower Decks and he likes me, but he loved Sonequa and Book. My dad was always quick to tell me who his favorite person or character was in any show I did, and it was never me. It's good. You gotta stay grounded.
What was the Trek Gateway show? Was it DS9? Was it TNG? Was it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was watching TNG first just because it came on first, but I was very small. But the ones that I have the most memories of are Deep Space Nine for sure. And I know that wasn't a coincidence because my dad was always looking for depictions of Black families and, Black fatherhood that wasn't steeped in trauma. And, 1993, it's hard to come by. So.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh yes. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we can trust you because according to Benjamin Sisko, we can only have people here that we can trust. So let me go ahead and keep this going. I'm gonna kick it your way. What's going on, Zyla?
Yes, I'm so excited to be able to talk to you. And so I guess one of my questions, you've done some talking about how you were able to, not single-handedly, you had an incredible team, but you brought the Sisko family back to us, which is so. We can't sing enough praise and thanks. So I was kind of wondering, you said you were pounding the table. Like, can you talk a little bit about what the resistance was? Like, why has this just happened now,
Truly, yeah. And that was my question as well. Like, once I got into the writer's room, I went, okay, now it's like I pulled open a door and went, okay, now I'm back here. What's been going on? Why haven't we talked about this man or these people or this show at all? Mm-hmm. And what I found out, with all respect to, we have a lot of overlap in the Trek writers room. The SFA room has a lot of new writers, but there are people from Picard, there are people from Discovery. And with all respect to all of those writers who've written a lot of stuff in the modern Trek era, what I can say without breaking any confidences or throwing anyone under the bus, there was this feeling of, we don't know how to do it right, so we don't want to touch it. So it came from respect, but it was not, in my opinion, the right answer. Like, because I said, well, let's figure out how to do it right.
You said, everybody get off your ass. Let's not be lazy. No,
let's just, I appreciate it. Careful. I appreciate wanting to respect Mr. Brooks's wishes. Like, everyone was like, he said he's coming back, and yet none of the modern shows have ever talked about him coming back. So it sort of painted us into this canonical corner. And I said, well, let's punch a hole in a wall and get out of it, because we can't just never talk about him again. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
100%.